In this next lesson, we'll be running through steps on how to change your domain name server. Either you have a domain name with listed hosting and you would like to point it to see another hosting elsewhere, or you have the domain name elsewhere, you would like to point it to see your host under listed hosting. Please remember that when you purchase your hosting account or your hosting service, each time you purchase a hosting service, a mail will be sent to you which will carry the hosting details. The mail most times always carry the title your hosting account access details. So this mail will be found in your inbox, your primary box, your promotion folder, or sometimes depending on your IP address, it may go to your spam box. So please, you need to check well and you need to find it. This email will contain everything you need about your hosting details. So as an example, you see this is a breakdown. It says, thank you for your order. Your hosting account has now been set up. And this email contains all your information that you need before you begin to use your account. Please also know that this email is confidential. It is for you alone. You own the hosting account. You should not share the details with anybody. So please know that this details I'm sharing is a dummy detail. Good. So here you have it to list your package, then to list your cPanel login details for you. So you have your password and you have your username. So this is what you will give access to. So let's say you're a client, you're buying the hosting for your developer. So if you need to give access to your cPanel, what you'll be giving your developer is the cPanel username and password. Now you can access your cPanel using this URL, and you can also use that. You can also do that once your domain has propagated using this URL. Another option to log into your cPanel is using your domain name /cPanel. So for example, domain name here is cloudlisted.com.ng. It will now carry /cPanel. If you don't want to have issues with these numbers, you can forget them and stuff like that. So the easiest way to access your cPanel is to use the domain name which you have used to buy the cPanel, or the domain name which is pointed to that cPanel /cPanel. So basically it will come in this format .ng /cPanel. So this will load your hosting account out for you if you have a hosting connected to your account. So the next thing you see there is the server information. Then you have your server name and your server IP. It says if you are using an existing domain with your new hosting, you will need to update the name server to point to the name servers listed below. So this is handy for those that have their domain names elsewhere and they have a hosting account under this current host called listed hosting. So these are the two name servers you need: cloud hosting, cloud1.listedhosting.net and cloud2.listedhosting.net. So every hosting company have their own respective name server. So I'm going to show you how to use this on listed hostings platform. The next detail is uploading your website. If you like to upload your website files, you can use that via the FTP link provided. The first one is a temporary link, while the other one can be used once your domain name is fully propagated. Then you have your email settings, and that will be all. Like I said, this email is confidential and is meant to be yours alone. Do not share access except you know what you are doing. Okay, so we come back here and we log in. So we log into my account. So okay, good. So I'll be logging into an account that have active domain names. Okay, so here I have 3 hosting accounts and I have 21 domain names. So I'll just pick one of the domains So let's say I want to point one of these domain names to another hosting account somewhere else aside from listed hosting. So the easiest way is to click here and you click on manage name server. So on every portal for any listed for any hosting company, what you need to find is the manage name server button. So once you click on manage name server, that will give you access to the name server and you can update it to the name server that you want. So by default, this domain name is purchased with listed hosting, so it is meant to see the default name server on listed hosting. But in case whereby I need to point this domain to see another hosting server, what I will need to do is just click on use custom name servers, then I will enter the name server in 1 and 2 below. So it can be anything, whatever it is, whatever name server you have gotten from that hosting company, that is what you will enter here. Same applies if you want to point the domain name elsewhere to listed hosting. That means on that account where you have your domain, you will need to enter this address there. So once you are done, you click on change name server. Now this process sometimes takes within 15 minutes to 24 hours, depending on how long the propagation will take in the World Wide Web. So another way for you to check your propagation, either it's in process or it's totally done, is by going to dnschecker.org. So here you can check time to time to know the stage of propagation your domain is undergoing. So here you just insert the domain name and you pick NS, which is name server. So once you do that, you click on your search and you will see the name server that that domain is currently seeing. And if you have initiated a change in name server, as it changes, as it updates, you will continue to see it under this list. So you can see that this domain is seeing listed hosting name servers and all are marked, about 90% are marked in green. So that means this domain is fully propagated. So thank you, and that will be all for now.